just with the pass protection tonight, just what did you feel like the issues were there, and how much did you feel like it affected how Justin played?
Daniel, they've got a really good front. It's widely documented they're one of the top pass rush units in the league, and I think our inability to run the football allowed their rush to really express itself. They were able to play their type of game most of the game, and they've got a lot of good rushers. So there's going to be pressure, and we got to do a better job of running the football.
How do you get more out of the ground game?
Well, we got to take a hard look at what we're doing, but it takes all 11 people. You know, it's not just on one unit. It's not just the O-line. It's the tight ends, the backs, the wideouts, and the quarterback. So, you know, we have to be more effective in that phase if you're going to play high-level offense against a pass rush like that.
They had a couple of conversions on third down, also one with a penalty on their last season. How difficult is it to overcome that?
Yeah, I mean, I thought our defense really competed well in the game. You know, the throw to Pollard is one of those, you know, fluke plays off a scramble where we have him, and you give credit to Dak. He made a big play there. You know, obviously we were in a really good coverage on the penalty. We had him very well covered, and that's just a tough one. I'll have to take a look at the tape on that one. And then we were in a 5-man rush, you know, when he rolled to his right and hit CD. So I thought we were really good most of the night on third down. You know, I thought that we pressured the quarterback at a high level. You know, but Dak made a couple plays on that last drive, and it hurt us.
Herbert had a couple of uncharacteristic missed throws. Did the hand thing, you think, affect him at all?
No, it had more to do with the Cowboys.
Just as far as those third downs, how do you guys improve in that area sort of in crunch time, getting off the field in those situations? I know, of course, the game felt like it was okay.
Yeah, we're one of the top third down teams in the NFL, and we rushed really well tonight. We covered really well tonight. So, I mean, they made a couple plays, but, you know, I wouldn't change any of the calls. We're in really good defenses for, you know, the type of, you know, matchups that they have at receiver, and, you know, obviously against a mobile quarterback. You know, we rushed 5 on one of them, but, you know, just we didn't make the plays down the stretch, you know, to win on defense.
Coach, you're in the game, I mean, all night, but the way it started off, probably according to what kind of script you wanted, you guys marched down the field to get the score. Where did you feel like maybe things started to change a little bit in terms of momentum?
Yeah, I don't think that we ran the football very well at all today, and then there was a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So you lose momentum when their rush kind of comes alive. That's the strength of their team. And so I think that they were able to get the momentum back in the game when their rush kind of came alive.
The ground game was a big point of emphasis for you all off season. You know, it's a big reason why you brought Kellen here. It's something that you wanted to be better at. Just right now, where it's at, coming off a game like this, just how disappointed are you with sort of how this has materialized for you guys in the ground?
Yeah, it's just we're a work in progress, and this was a tough night against a good team, good defensive unit, but we definitely did not play well enough at the line of scrimmage, and we have to improve.
Given the way he was pressured so well, how did you feel like Justin played?
Well, I mean, we're driving down to win the game at the end of the game. So, I mean, that's a really good football team over there. I mean, they've won 12 games the last 2 seasons and gone deep into the playoffs. It was a high-level game between 2 teams that are really, really good. So, you know, I just think that we got to play the game a little bit more on our terms, and I think it starts with, you know, protecting the passer better through the run game, keepers, action, you know, making sure that those guys don't get their, you know, ears pinned back and are able to get off the rock because, you know, they've got a lot of good rushers over there.
I felt like Justin was clean on those 2 misses to Keenan, but you'll pin that on sort of how the game was going earlier, how much pressure he was under, maybe sped up.
Yeah, I mean he missed you know, he missed Keenan on the double move, but that's just part of ball. I mean, you know, just you know, he definitely gave us a chance to win in the game. He competed, and we were right there at the end, and we got to put this one behind us and get moving.
High-level game for sure, but also highly in the penalty category for both teams.
Yeah.
I know that's not something that you can address right now,
no.
But how do you address that in the coming days when you prepare for the
Just watch the tape and, you know, teach our guys to play with good technique. And that's why people foul, because of technique.
How did you feel about the run defense?
I thought we were really, really good all night. I thought defensively we played well enough to win. You know, we were really good all night on Pollard. I think he had 2 yards per carry. You know, they had, you know, without Dak's, you know, scramble yards there. I mean, you're talking about a high-level performance. I thought we rushed well, and I thought we were contested, you know, the entire night. And I thought we played well in the red zone. So we got to put this one behind us because it was a tough game, and we got to get moving to Kansas City.
Is there any part of you that's just frustrated that you haven't been able to get that complimentary game out of this group yet tonight? You feel like you get good defense, good special teams play, maybe the offense falters?
I think our offense gave us a chance. This was just a really tough game. I mean, it was 20-17 between two really good teams, and when you have two teams like this that have that much talent on the field, it's going to be really close. And so I think we can learn from how we played it in the finish of that game, in order to close it out. But I think there was a lot there from quarters 1 to 3 that we can do a lot better, so we don't put ourselves in that position.
Derwin had a couple of 15-yarders tonight. Mm-hmm. Are you concerned at all that he might be getting a reputation, or they're looking for him?
Well, what I know, Jeff, is that we can't have 30 yards, two defensive, penalties like that, because it's worth a lot of yardage and it keeps drives alive. So, we got to keep, educating, which we do, and we got to make sure that we're penalty free, because there's a lot at stake when you make penalties like that.
The zone read touchdown early that Dak had, what happened there for you guys defensively?
Kind of a miscommunication between the edge player and the second level.
Justin, how challenging was dealing with the pressure tonight?
Yeah, they've got a really good front seven. I thought our offensive line battled, and they did a great job up front. Unfortunately, we fell short, and I got to make more plays as a quarterback.
You guys obviously wanted to try and establish the run early to sort of keep those rushers off balance a little bit. How much do you feel like that impacted sort of how they were able to play the game defensively?
Yeah, like I said, they've got a really good front seven, so we had to do our best, and it didn't go our way on the ground today, and I think it's just a testament to how good they played, and I think we can do a lot better on offense, and especially at quarterback, I can play a lot better. So I thought the defense came up with some big stops today, held them when we needed them to, so it's on us as an offense.
You say you could play a lot better. Did you feel like tonight wasn't a good game for you?
I missed a couple of receivers, threw some bad passes. There's a lot left out there, so there's a lot to work on and a lot to improve on.
What happened on that last play with Quentin at the end on the interception? Did you just walk through what happened on that play? Was it just the pressure that got to you, or was there miscommunication?
Yep, I threw it and the guy picked it off. He made a good play on it.
Does those missed opportunities for you encourage you about what this offense could be, or is it more of an emptiness of we should have did better? How do you reconcile those two?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Keenan ran 2 great routes and I missed them, and so that's on me as a quarterback. And we have those explosive opportunities, and we have to capitalize on those. That's a really good defense that we're going up against, and I can't miss those like that and expect to continue to get back on third down and get back on track on second down. So, tough opportunities, but we'll watch the film and be critical on ourselves. And we'll learn from it.
When you do assess those 2 misses that you're talking about to Keenan, did you feel like you were rushed at all in those moments because of how the pressure was getting home earlier in the game?
Yeah, even if I was, that's on me to be able to calm my feet down, stay good in the pocket, and deliver that strike. Keenan ran 2 great routes, and he gave us those opportunities to get those explosive plays. And so that's on me to stand in there and deliver and do my job to get him the ball.
How do you balance some of those frustrations of you guys would make some big plays sometimes, then obviously the penalties were bringing you back and forcing you into longer down and distances?
Yeah, it's tough as an offense to be able to, convert on those third and longs, especially when we're getting back in the, back with the chains. But I thought our guys battled really well today. I thought those receivers, they made plays, and the offensive line, they're going up against a really good front seven, and they battled all day, and they gave me plenty of time to be able to get the ball off. And I feel horrible for the guys for the way the game went, but we'll have to be better, and we'll learn from it.
How did things go with the finger today? Obviously, you played the second half with it, a couple weeks ago, but just how did you feel like you felt out there with the finger?
Yeah, I thought our training staff did a great job preparing me and getting me ready to play, and I felt safe, going out there and being able to take those hits and being covering the ball and being safe with the ball. So it really didn't cross my mind too much.
More importantly, the TV coverage showed a couple of times when you were going down and how you had to almost manipulate how you would go down with that left hand. Was that something you were being conscious of, or naturally?
I didn't really think too much about it. I think maybe it was just a guarding mechanism, but it had plenty of padding on it, so I felt like I was safe out there to go out and play football.
The 3 losses that you have are for very few points. What can you say about that?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
The 3 losses that you have are for very few points. What can you say about that?
As an offense, or compared to the other team?
For you.
I think it's our job as an offense to be able to score more points and put up points. And, when our defense is playing as well as they are, we got to capitalize on those turnovers, capitalize on the field position. So it's on us as an offense.
Just with Quentin, Justin, only one target tonight. As an offense, how do you guys maybe get him more involved? Obviously, Brandon has said that it's a big opportunity for him now with Mike out. Just how do you find a way to maybe get him more involved if possible?
Yeah, he's a special player and he's a talented guy, and we felt like we had a good game plan going into it today. Unfortunately, I didn't get him the ball enough today, so that's on me, and we'll be able to look at the film and talk about, hey, where are our opportunities to get him the ball, get him out in space because he's a talented player. So that's something that we'll address.
Yeah, Justin, it was Austin's first game back after missing several weeks with the ankle injury. What did you like out there about him, or did it seem like it took a little while for him to get in rhythm?
Ex-special player. Anytime you get him out on the field, it's better for our offense. So to miss a guy like that for a couple of weeks and to have him back, it means a ton for our offense.